We are scheduled to be joined by a few guests over the course of the next half an hour or so. Belal, remember the name. Muhammad, I'm told, is making his way here, as is Brian T. City Ortega. And it looks as though the man has arrived. The number one welterweight contender, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad. Appreciate you gracing us with your presence today, my man. How you doing?
My brother, you know, it's honored to be on your show in person with both of you guys now. The only show I listen to, the only podcast I listen to besides my own. So I drive to practice 45 minutes every day to work. If you guys ain't listening to Anik and Florian, I don't know what you're listening to.
I want to know what this is. Is this velour? What is this? Velvet? What the hell is?
Shout out to Young LA. I was like,
this feels good, dude.
It was a bad idea because right now I'm sweating. I'm like dripping sweat right now. And then I saw Donald Cerrone in the back with like a muscle shirt on. I'm like, bro, I should have just did that.
So we were just talking about Yair Rodriguez, and certainly you were with him during training camp, so we're going to get back into that, but I'm not going to bury the lead because we are sitting here with a man who is going to challenge for the UFC welterweight title at some point in time. So I would like to talk about you for a minute. Do you know anything as to what is going to happen over the course of the rest of 2023, or are you just kind of biding your time right now?
Just basically waiting to see when they book that fight. I saw Leon Edwards in the back. He was like walking with his head down, looking away, and I was just like, should I walk up to him and slap him or something just to make something of it? Because that's the only way you get any attention out here nowadays. But I'm like, I'm going to keep replaying that video of Dana saying, Belal Muhammad 100% got the winner of Kobe and Leon. So like, that's what you work for. You work your whole career to get to that #1 spot. So for me now, it's just growing, getting better, keep training, keep evolving, and then once one of these guys is ready, I'm ready to go.
Kenny, Alexandre Pantoja just sat for a year to preserve this title fight against Brandon Moreno, and not unlike your situation, right? Moreno and Figueiredo had to sort of finish up their business. A lot of people, when they ask me about your future, I say he's going to wait. But what would you say to the Team Muhammad fans or people out there who suggest that you're going to get impatient and take a fight? Are you going to wait?
I mean, I'm very impatient because, like I said, I'm always working, I'm always training. But for me, mentally, I had the people around me that are telling me, like, bro, now it's this is where you're at. The goal is the goal for me, and it's always the goal for me. It's like, if I had to, I was in the unknown probably like 6-7 months ago of like, man, where am I going to fight? What's next? I'm still on an 8-fight winning streak. I still deserved it 8 months ago. Then all of a sudden they called me 3 weeks, said, you fight Gilbert Branch, you're guaranteed a title shot. And it's like, that's all I need to do. So now there's like nobody out there for me now that's like, oh man, if I beat this guy that I know for sure I'm going to get the title shot. It's like, I already did that. I beat the top 4 guy in the world, the best guy in the world who fought for the title, who was supposed to be the hype man to be next for the title. And I just went out there and dominated him easily and a 3-week notice fight. So it's like, I don't know what else I got to do.
Well, do you like that time off? Because it seems like every time we see you fight, you have some new wrinkle or set of wrinkles to your game. But do you like the fact that you have more time to kind of add more wrinkles, add more things to your game, kind of underneath and kind of go incognito, or do you like staying more active and fighting more often in the octagon?
For me, I like to add those wrinkles to my game because I get to have fun. I was just in training camp with Yair Rodriguez. Training with a guy like that, seeing how he moves, his footwork, everything, I'm always picking up something, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try that for my game. And I think me adding those things to my game is just going to make me that much better. So being in a camp with him, my other training partner, Ignacio Bahamondes, is fighting August 5th. I got another one fighting in Australia. So like being with those guys, watching their opponents, helping them train, it's only going to keep making me better and better. And being in Vegas, I was just training with Marvin Ventura. I trained with all these other guys that are down here. So like, I'm that guy that I'm not afraid to work with everybody because I don't have no weaknesses where it's like, man, I don't want to show these guys that I do this or I'm bad at this. Like, I want to work with everybody so I can learn from everybody.
I just think you owe it to your fans to wait for that championship opportunity. That's all I'm saying, right? You earned it. It's guaranteed. You got the Gilbert Burns fight, the big fight. You want it going away. You might have to wait a year, my brother.
No, it's exactly it. So it's like having guys like you around me. My coach Lou's telling me like, bro, this is what you waited for. This it's going to be the hardest thing. And even having Habib, when I was down with him 3 weeks ago training with him, he's like, brother, this is going to be the hardest thing for you. It's going to be the longest wait, but you have to wait. And I was like, when you have somebody like that telling you it, he went through it, so he knows what it is. He said Islam had to do the same thing. So it's like, I just got to follow their footsteps because they're like the best people to ever do it.
All right, so Kenny and I did our show earlier this week, and we were breaking down Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. Kenny said something that has stuck with me all week. And essentially, it's like he knows how fast Yair is, and yet every time he competes again live, he looks like he's faster than he was the previous fight. You've experienced that firsthand. Like, this dude is one of one.
There's literally nobody. I've trained with a million people all over the world, the best gyms in the world, and I've never gone with anybody that moves, strikes, just like flows like Yair. When he's in a free state of flow, there's nothing like it. And it's like amazing to see, because I'm like in there trying to give him a look, and I'm like afraid to get like do this or shoot on him, because I'll like faint, and then all of a sudden his foot would be like close to my face, or hit me with a spinning heel kick, and it'll like just touch my nose, because they'll like pull it, and I'm like, I've never seen anybody go like that. So it's crazy to see. And then for a guy like him, he's all about mental strength, and I think that everybody's doubting him, so that gives him that freedom. And you're giving a guy that's already fights free that extra freedom, because everybody already thinks he's going to lose to the pound-for-pound guy. Volk is talking about Islam. Volk is talking about Topuria. He's not giving Yair the respect that he deserves. People around the world do not know how good Yair is. And for a guy like Volk, who he was getting caught by kicks by Islam Makhachev, and I trained with Islam Makhachev, and I trained with Yair. Islam is amazing. He's a great guy, great beast, but he does not strike like Yair Rodriguez. There's nobody in the world that strikes like Yair Rodriguez.
Wow.
That's some high praise from Belal Muhammad. And it really is interesting in terms of the mental fortitude. Kenny, obviously you were known as being a mentally tough athlete, right? But you hear so much praise for Alexander Volkanovski, for the IQ, for the mental game. It's like people have no idea just how forged Yair is. So I'm glad you highlighted that.
Am I going to have to change my pick now? Am I going to have to change my pick?
I'm telling you guys, man, I'm looking at it, I'm seeing him, and we're fight week, and it's like, I'm like, man, he wins this fight. It's going to be the biggest fight of his career, biggest win of his career. His life's going to change. And he's just like so calm, cool, and collected. And, you know, we're all like in the same house, and I'm seeing him. He's just relaxed, and he's like, we're all like, he has a chef there that's cooking for us, and he's cooking for everybody. So he's like cooking us like the most fattening food. We're having burgers on July 4th, and Yair just wants all of us to be happy around him. He doesn't care that like he's dieting, he's having like a couple chicken breasts. He's like, I'm good. You guys enjoy yourselves. Chef, make this for him. Jared Gordon came in. He's like, bring him to the house, have him over for dinner. It's cool. I got the chef. He's gonna cook everything for you. So like, just to see how calm he is cool and collected. I can't wait to see Saturday night.
All right, Belal Muhammad, the top welterweight contender. Before we let you go, you do a video podcast with my twin brother Jason called Remember the Show. Hopefully it's part of this UFC Fight Pass family in the not too distant future, but that had to be cool for you to watch UFC 290 Embedded Episode 4 if you haven't seen it yet. Remember the Show prominently featured.
Yeah. When I saw it, I saw Whitaker walk in there, and I was like, oh man, I gotta bring that up. It was so cool. For the people that don't know, go back and rewatch it. Yair lost on the show, and for our show, we used to make him do like mean tweets. And for our mean tweet, Yair lost to Sergio Pettis, and he had to like tweet out. I told him, you have to tweet out, I hate Robert Whitaker. And then just leave it. Just stop. Don't do nothing else. Don't comment. Don't say nothing else. He's like, okay, I'll do it. So he just did it. And it was like, people were like, wait, where did this come from? It's so random. And then Whitaker, like a year later, because Whitaker's never on Twitter, he's like, tweeted, and he's like, where did this come from? Why did this happen?
Hilarious.
And I just started busting out laughing, and I saw both of them in the same room, and I was like, man, it's gonna be so funny.
Belal Muhammad, congrats on all your success. You've done it all the right way. We can't wait for the title fight. We appreciate a few minutes today, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Belal Muhammad with us live here at the UFC X Fan Expo.